like a needle.
Alright, so new TNCast video using my brand new webcam I just bought today, so that was nice. So the video today, what I'm going to go over is something that not a lot of characters know. It's the kind of the history of the islands. And by no means do I have a full history. I did not start playing right when the game came out, so I don't know everything that went on, but I'm going to cover a few highlights to kind of give everyone a scope of the political situation on the islands, because I feel that nobody really knows what's going on. They kind of just go with the flow, which is fine. I'm not saying that you need to actually do anything about it. I just think that you guys should probably know what's going on. First and foremost, there used to be a government. Not a lot of people know that. There used to actually be a government that was elected. You had the council, which was the prime minister and the deputy prime minister, kind of like president and vice president, if you will. The prime minister was kind of the head of state, and then you had the deputy prime minister, which was considered kind of the mayor of Stratford. That would change things in Stratford and so on and so forth. And it was a pretty cool system. And they're actually changing it. From what I know, they're changing the entire government kind of structure, which can be good. Personally, I would like a more senatorial structure, not really an executive branch, if you will. I mean, there'll always be an executive branch because we have the emperor, but more just of a group of people that are elected that discuss the issue, make bills, and so on and so forth, which was previously in our previous government. You had the Assembly, which was Tira, Avalopo, Ceres, and Stratford, representative hired from each island to represent the community as a whole. And the Stratford seat was kind of the head of the Assembly, if you will, and then you had the other Assembly members. All of them would submit bills to change laws and things of that nature, and then they would all vote on them, and then they would be approved by the council, the prime minister, the deputy prime minister, and that was that was awesome. And I think they're bringing something like that back, but the political kind of what's the word I'm looking for? Climate, if you will, political climate. There you go. The emperor has not always been the emperor. The emperor used to just be Ian Thorne. Didn't go by the emperor or anything like that. He started kind of a mercenary group that started to attack the Stratford Islands and take over islands one by one until he had, complete control. My character, Tim Stevens, was actually a deputy prime minister when this was all going on. Alexia Braden was the prime minister. We did not get along at all. We hated each other, which is kind of funny and ironic. So that was happening. The emperor actually took over the islands by force. I mean, there was no. We eventually had a treaty. Treaty of, I think it's Mahulia, or however pronounce that island. But yeah, so we had a treaty that he took over the islands by force. We created a treaty. He kept the government intact and kept them the decision makers, and he would oversee those decisions, basically. Ever since he's taken over, though, I mean, the islands have been much more stable economically. Things get done a lot faster as far as the government goes, things of that nature. So it's not necessarily a bad thing, but I do want you guys to know that the emperor did take over the islands by force. I mean, he attacked us, and we lost, and things of that nature. So that's something that not a lot of people know. The emperor hasn't always been in power. It's actually, not a recent development, but it's only within the last 5 years. So that's a big thing that not a lot of people know about. And I think you guys should know about that. And not that the emperor is a bad guy. I mean, he's funny. He's cool. He's a cool cat in the game. So I just want you guys to know what's going on. Then there was Adam Berwin, who was the prince of the islands, who married Matina. Adam went crazy and left, and Matina became the sole heir due to Ian's proclamations. So now we have Matina Thorne, who used to be Matina Cowidanak, or something of that nature. Can't really pronounce it. So now we have Matina Thorne, who is the Principessa, or however, Principessa? I don't know how to pronounce it. So you have that. And now recently, there's been out of character polls and things of that nature. Would you run for a political office? And so I believe that they're going to bring it back. And as far as I know, it's going to be restructured under a new government, which is cool. Again, I like that. The what else has happened? I don't really know. Second most important thing. After the Emperor took over, a few years afterwards anyway, we were attacked by Deul. Prince Paul Henry Vaucois, I believe, or something of that nature, became the Queen of Deul. Was sick. Prince Paul Henry took over. He attacked us. His motives were really not super clear, kind of vague, but it makes for a more interesting RP if you don't really know what the purpose is. If you know what the purpose is, it's a lot easier to kind of combat it and get it over with. If you just have a vague idea of what's going on, you have to kind of figure things out. I never really figured out why he attacked. I'm assuming it was jealousy. Not 100% sure, but we had those. So we went to war with Deul. I was around for that pretty heavily. We ended up defeating them in Lanatoba. Kashif Hayes, which I don't know if you guys know them, and Tim actually lured the soldiers to the island, about 300 or 400 or so, which was kind of funny. You know, you have these two guys, Kashif and Tim, run up to all these guys and talk trash basically, and shoot their guns at them real fast, and then run away. A little cat and mouse action, and ran away. And they showed up, and you know the Imperial force was there. The Empire's force, Imperial is what I call that, which is what it should be called. And they attacked, and we all went to war, and you know we won. So that was good. Became a stalemate, and now technically it's still a ceasefire. The war is not technically over, I don't believe. It could be, but I think it's still just a ceasefire. But no, the Queen has died, so Paul Henry is back in power. So that could be something that could be coming up. And we had the Vixen invasion. That was in series. And then we had the Imperial agent, double agent, that bombed Ceres with mustard gas and stuff like that. I mean, there's been a lot of attacks. It's recently died down, I think, over the past 2 years or so. The role play in the game has become a lot more personal. It's more what you want to do with your character. There's not really a wide scope RP going on, which, I mean, obviously when the government comes in, that'll be more widespread. There's a lot more people can join the government and start making decisions and things of that nature, which will be awesome. But recently that hasn't really happened. It's more, like I said, personal role plays, what you want to do with your character amongst the other characters, things of that nature. Not a lot of criminal activity that we know of, but random acts of violence are typical. You know, random kidnappings, things of that. Excuse me, things of that nature. So it's died down a lot, but the history of the islands is pretty violent as far as large forces, things of that nature. Now, you know, troops can only attack other troops, so you can't just be randomly attacked by troops, which is nice. Things of that nature, but not a lot of criminal roleplay lately. It's really died down. Not a lot of war going on. My cat is sitting right behind me, right over there, doing something. I don't know. It's not really related to this video. But yeah, not a lot going on. I say a lot. I'm sorry, I just can't think of what I'm going to say. I do these completely impromptu. So there's that. But not a lot of criminal roleplay, not a lot going on right now, which I'm not really used to. You know, I've played the game for a long time. There's always been a lot going on, a lot of like, you know, assassination attempts and stuff of that nature, which there was one a few months ago that Tim and Mattina worked on to stop. That was pretty cool. It was fun. But yeah, it's more of a personal roleplay, which is good because now we have time to kind of develop our characters and develop them into the society. People can get to know them a little bit better without having to worry about attacks and things of that nature, which is good. And now that most of our players have been playing for a while, are more hardcore players that have been playing for a while, maybe we can start forward with some more widespread RP. I would immensely enjoy that. I want another war. I do. I want some espionage, some subterfuge. I want some spying done. I'm a big James Bond fan, so I kind of always model myself after what would Bond do. So, uh, but no, I just think that we need some more history in the game, and we need some more events that are widespread and scoping, and that people don't necessarily, not everyone has to deal with, but people who want to deal with it need to have something to deal with, and besides their significant other or what have you. So I would like that. And as far as the history of the game goes, that's been the history of the game is a lot of political turmoil and stuff like that. And that's really what the basis of the game is political turmoil. And we haven't had that recently because it's been so stable. So that's really boring. just saying, but that's that's the history of the game. The emperor hasn't always been the emperor. That's a fairly recent development. And then we had the Duelian Wars, and then we had the Vixen attack, and we had the Duelian Wars and things of that nature. So it's a long and bloody history. It really is. But those are kind of the headlines of it. And I'm not dogging on the game whatsoever. I love the game. I play as much as I can. But let's all. It's gonna sound very hippie-ish. Let's all band together and get some fun roleplay going. And more people need to express interest in political careers, so we can get another government going. So we can get a lot more roleplay going. If there's another government, we have new bills being written. We have hopefully some political assassinations going down. I wouldn't mind shooting one or two of you. I mean, in game, not out of character. I don't want to shoot you out of character. That's cruel. But in game, let's get some stuff going. You guys are being too complacent for me, and I'm getting bored. So let's get some more political role play in there. Let's get some more of that, so we can have the history that we used to have, and all the excitement and so forth in the game. Let's get it back in the game. So that's the this TNCast video is just letting you guys know that I have the camera, and I'll do some more, but. Those are the headlines, and I think that we need to be more open to political role play so we can get some more politics going, and it's not all personal role plays and who got shot this week and who got punched in the face this week and who got this and who got that. It's boring. I don't care. I really don't. So let's get some more TNC role play going with some more widespread stuff, and that it'll make it more fun for everybody. I think. I just want more politics. I think it's fun. So that has been this TNCast video. It has been long and oddly uninformational, but it's just my opinion. And I'd like you guys to post comments on the page, post comments to me in out of character, post comments to the guide. Send them emails. Emails are the best form of flattery. They'll probably kill me for saying that, but it's probably true. I mean, they probably like that we send them emails. Maybe they don't. They'll probably make an announcement letting me know I'm full of shit, which is fine. But send them emails. Let them know what the role play you want to do. Let's get some role plays going. Let's get some widespread role plays going. Not all personal role play. Let's get some more stuff going so we can have some more of everything. So that has been this TNCast video. I'm sorry it wasn't very informative. As a side note, I will be making some how-to videos on how to do certain things. I know a lot of characters are kind of confused about a few things, and I'll go over like the combat system a little bit more in depth so you guys can kind of understand what's going on there. How to use boats, that's a big one. And just things in general, and definitely let me know if you have an idea for a video I can do, or a video that you want to do, and send it to me and I'll put it on the page. How-to videos, anything you want to do, you can do. As long as you're not doing something like, drinking a bottle of Jack while you're doing the video. So, send me videos, send in ideas, and I want to get more roleplay happening, so let's do that. So that has been this TNCast video, and I'm going to sign off now, but I will see you guys in the game. I can't stop the video.